Many fantasy owners are itching for RB's Saquon Barkley, Nick Chubb, David Montgomery to return, and each has varying outlooks heading into Week 8. Chubb is expected back while Montgomery is simply eligible to come off the IR, and Barkley is truly up in the air for Monday night. As always, we have the latest injury updates and how the status of each will affect our Week 8 fantasy RB rankings. For news on Bang Up QBs Patrick Mahomes and Zach Wilson, click here. For the latest on injured RBs Miles Sanders and Josh Jacobs, click here. For all the latest fantasy news, follow us on Twitter at SNFantasy. Week 8 waiver wire, top pickups. Buy, low, sell, high. We don't have much information on Barkley's status yet, as New York has an extra day this week as they play Kansas City on Monday night. What we do know is he is set to return to practice Wednesday, so we'll have to keep an eye out for practice reports. If he's out, Devin Booker would once again dominate touches for New York and has a real shot at success against one of the worst defenses in football. Unfortunately, you're in a tough spot if you don't already have Booker. Since it's a Monday night game, you'll likely be at the mercy of a game-time decision. If you decided to risk it with Barkley, grabbing Chiefs airbay Jerick McKinnon would really be the only thing you could do to save yourself from a zero at airbay. But if you slot Barkley into your flex spot, you'll have more options. If Barkley, ankle, does play, we rank him as our RB5 in standard leagues and RB6 in PPR. You'd have to think he'll be heavily involved in the passing attack, especially if one or all of Kenny Golladay, knee, Sterling Shepard, hamstring, and Kadarius Toney, ankle, can't play. Week 8 PPR rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST. Kicker Chubb, calf, is reportedly expected to make his return and play against Pittsburgh in Week 8. With Kareem Hunt, calf, out, the Browns could certainly use him, so if it's 50-50, they'll probably trot him out there. We'll see if there are any setbacks, but for now, we expect Chubb to play. If he doesn't play, it should be another D'Ernest Johnson game, but the Steelers' defense will make his road to success tougher. We rank Chubb as the RB17 in standard and RB18 in PPR. The Steelers are the number 7 defense against fantasy RBs, and with either a bang-up Baker Mayfield or a healthy Case Keenum, it's hard to imagine Pittsburgh respecting the passing game. This should be an offensive struggle overall, so while you're still starting Chubb, you can lower expectations. Week 8 standard rankings: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, D/ST. Kicker Montgomery, knee, is eligible to return from IR this week, but when he was injured 3 weeks ago, the timetable for return was set between 4 and 5 weeks. With little news coming out of Bears practice regarding his status, we don't expect him to be back. In his absence, rookie Khalil Herbert has shined, as Damian Williams has missed most of the past 2 weeks, and one game, because of COVID. Against Tampa Bay, Herbert touched Williams 23-5 and became one of the few rushers over the past few seasons to run for 100+ yards against that stout defense. That said, it's time to prioritize Herbert over Williams, and we put Herbert at the RB28 spot in standard and RB27 spot in PPR. His ceiling is high with the usage he's getting, but San Francisco still has one of the best front sevens in football. They allowed DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams to feast in Week 1, but almost all of that work was done in garbage time. Aaron Jones and Jonathan Taylor are the 2 RBs that had real success against them, but we expect the Bears' offensive line to have issues.